The former ballerina accused of killing her husband in a bitter custody battle is back in court today, and this is new video of Ashley Benefield as she walked into the courtroom this morning. And joining us now is Alexis Rosenberg, a local attorney, and thank you for joining us, Alexis. Yeah. Benefield is claiming self-defense in this case, defense as well as being a victim of domestic violence. How does this play out in this trial?
So it does create additional hurdle for the prosecution. They do have to prove by a reasonable doubt that she committed murder, and adding to the mix this self-defense, they're going to have to overcome that hurdle. So it does make it slightly more difficult.
Okay. It was very strong testimony too. She took the stand in her own defense on Friday. Many people were surprised she did this. Is this unusual?
It is unusual for a defendant to take the stand in their defense because they do have a right to the Fifth Amendment. However, in this circumstance, I think it was required because we're saying self-defense and she was in fear. We really needed her to get on the stand and explain that to the jury.
And you do then think it was beneficial to this case for her to do that?
In my opinion, I don't necessarily think it was beneficial because they do not, in my opinion, this is mine, of course, I don't think she came across as believable. I think that her testimony was, it seemed to me, very prepared, which attorneys do prepare our clients before they take the stand, but very rehearsed, very prepared, and just not believable in my opinion.
Wow, interesting. Okay, so it just depends on how the jury feels then with this. And we want to bring up too domestic violence, very important issue, something we do not take lightly. What do you recommend to anyone out there? Obviously, this is probably very triggering for some people who've been through this. What would you recommend to anyone out there?
Well, I mean, if you are a victim of domestic violence, then you should definitely report it and go somewhere that's safe because your safety is the most important thing.
Absolutely. You don't want it to end up in a death. Right.
Correct.
Okay. And anything else with this? Do you think this will continue for another week or two, or do you think they'll wrap up quickly?
I think they're going to wrap up. I also want to add, if you look at the internet polls, not that they're, going to be 100% what a jury's going to do, they're not believing her testimony either. So it'll be interesting what the jury ends up determining. However, I think it's going to wrap up probably today or even tomorrow.
It went way quicker than I was thinking it would.
It really did.
They really got to business with this. The experts, the witnesses. So, okay, well, I know we'll want to bring you back when the jury reaches a decision. Thank you for your insight, Alexis. We appreciate it. And we'll be talking to Alexis more coming up on Facebook. We want to go back to Stephanie now.
All right, Summer and Alexis, thank you so much.